what's
Go
cracking?
ahead.
What's happening? What's Welcome to Questionable with Leah and
Questionable
Daddy.
shit.
Just call me D. All right, so what's cracking? What do you want to talk about today?
I have to get this off of my plate because it's been just, over the years just researching. So it's I want to talk about the the coincidences, and I use that
You
word
look so
lightly because I don't believe
serious.
in those things. Because I need to get it off of my plate, and then
Okay.
I can like let it go for a little while,
Okay. All
or
right.
just hand it to whoever wants to take over. And most people know, portions of this stuff, but I've kind of condensed it into one big questionable notebook of content. So
Okay.
it's basically on cloning and twins and celebrity quote unquote coincidences that I think have bigger implications, especially because of all the DNA sharing that goes on with 23andMe and Ancestry and whatnot. Who didn't BlackRock just buy Ancestry, by the way? I
I
believe they
don't
bought.
know, but I wouldn't be surprised. They own pretty much everything else, so I wouldn't be
Right.
surprised.
They own.
But
Right. That makes it easy. Go ahead.
no, I'm listening. Go ahead. So you were saying?
Oh, and basically how it ties into, the kind of um abuse towards children that is so prevalent in celebrity circles that we know about, like like from everybody from Corey Feldman, like what his revelations were, even though people ignored it. It's come up so many times, but a lot of these people that we don't know about are twins, which I find really strange. I find it strange that celebrities often have a lot of twins as well,
Mhm.
and a lot of them we don't know about. So I wanted to start with that and just show some images.
Some celebrity twins.
Yes, I mean, maybe some people knew, but I actually was pretty surprised to find this out. Usually though, I mean, I don't know, like, there's famous twins and then there's ones that you just literally don't know about, which I find a little bit weird. So I will share my screen with you in 2 secs. And I go to share this one.
There
Okay,
you go.
okay. So who do you see?
Michael and Ashton Kutcher.
Right. So didn't know they were twins. There's
The
these two.
twins?
Yeah, those are
The
twins. They're fraternal.
Okay.
Right. These two look identical except for one's a female, so that's interesting. Oops. Kiefer and Rachel Sutherland. And then we
Wait,
know
go
about
back to Ashton Kutcher real quick. Michael Kutcher, who has cerebral palsy and underwent a heart transplant. Actually, I think I did know about that.
it's
He's
interesting. Go
yeah,
ahead.
because he's really into helping. He's a very, what's the word?
Yeah, we can.
Philanthropic
Mm.
towards certain things. And I believe I heard about him. He mentioned his brother once or twice. So anyway, yeah, okay.
Well, no, I have a theory too there if we're talking about the multiplication of DNA and the implications behind the inbreeding, kind of like, for it does create a lot of physical ailments and deformities and things like that. A lot of the things that, speaking of philanthropy, that they being the upper elite, they donate to, has to do with stuff that we wouldn't ever really come across, sorry. But I think that it maybe has to do with the DNA multiplication, like just dealing with, kissing cousins and inbreeding and stuff. So that's that. So we don't know. I'll get into more of that later. Okay, we know about them. I don't know who. Oh, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Okay,
Right.
so Disney stars, twins. Aaron Carter has a twin sister,
I didn't know
female.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
didn't.
sure who they are.
Yeah,
Dazed
some
and
Dazed and
Confused.
Confused and Party of
Seventh
Five.
Heaven and Party of Five.
I
Yeah, I
just
saw
didn't see them.
Mallrats.
Okay. Are they
But
identical? Does it say? Yeah, identical.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Oh wow, they look exactly alike.
Now I knew that was because I was tripping out because one of them was on TV and one of them was in the movies. Same with
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of them was in X-Men while one of them was on something else, and I was like, how is that? Like, and I actually looked it up on them to figure out who was who. And
They
the
look
same thing with the brothers on Malcolm in the Middle and uh
identical.
that 70s show.
I don't know. Maybe they'll be in here. I'm not sure. Okay, we know
Yeah, we
them.
know them, right?
Those. Jenna Bush.
Okay.
Um, did you know them? Did you know he had a twin?
Yeah. I didn't know he had a twin.
Okay, he has a twin.
Good Charlotte's
Um,
just all right, so I'm not like okay. I'm like, okay.
I don't
Eva
even know who that is. Oh
Bonita.
God, she looks so familiar though. That was weird. Okay, so then Giovanni Ribisi has a twin.
I did not know that.
Oh, these two. That's a trip. From Mr. Robot, and what is he from? Recently.
Oh. Yeah, because he looks familiar, like I've seen him before, but watching two of them there looks just kind of tripping me out.
I know it's weird, right? Because they're
Yeah.
identical. Yeah, identical.
Yeah, I
I
knew
don't.
them.
Okay, I don't even know who that is. I don't know who they are,
I know who
but
Parker Posey is. Parker
okay.
Posey is like she does really good work. Some of her work is really, really good, and some of it's
Mhm.
really, really bad. It's like funny. It's she's a good actress, but some of the movies and roles that she does are like these crazy B movies and stuff like that.
Oh, I
She
recognize
had a
her.
really
Yeah.
good, yeah, she had a really good stint on one of my favorite shows. What was it? I think it's called Boston Legal.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, I like David Kelly, how he writes. He's a good writer.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's had
think,
a long run too.
yeah. So anyway,
Oh,
no, I didn't know
Napoleon.
that.
Yeah, Napoleon. Are they twins? I mean, identical.
One's a visual effects artist.
Mm. Yeah,
They better be
they all
identical.
Giselle and Gabriella. I did not know about Giselle. Huh.
That's crazy to have a twin sister and you're a
Mhm.
supermodel,
Very
right?
strange. Yeah, exactly. Both of these brothers in the entertainment. Oh, from
Buffy. Yeah,
Buffy.
one of them looks familiar, the one on the right.
Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel and
Oops, I didn't mean to
Paul.
go. I didn't mean to. Yeah.
Huh.
Paternal.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. Hold on. Well, honestly, I'm tripping off of how white his twin
Yeah.
looks.
Right. They look so different. They look very different.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Weird. Um, Samantha Ronson. She has a twin. I did not know that Elvis was a twin.
Was sadly delivered stillborn.
Oh, gotcha. Dang.
Um,
That's a trip.
type in Masterson. I think that's the last name. Masterson
Just
Brothers. Do like that, and then see if you get any videos or like
yeah.
pictures,
Oh,
images.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm missing. I mean, there's a bunch missing from my. I have an idea though where I put them. I
Yeah,
know them.
so one was on that
Yeah,
70s show and one was on Malcolm in the Middle at the same
yeah,
time.
too far. So wait, let me just do one more thing because I have my handy dandy Pinterest. I believe that I have some in there. There's a lot more that I'm just not pulling up right now, but that people can look into it themselves. The other thing is actually let me before I do that, let me go here because this is celebrities who have twins. These aren't going to give us the best results, but at least we'll just see, just get a gauge because we know. Okay, so that is who's that?
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin is not supposed to be around kids, I don't think, but that's that is right in, right?
That was funny. You jumped right into that.
Okay, so does it go? Well,
How do you
I
turn the
mean,
page? Is what you're trying to figure out?
yeah, I'm trying to because sometimes they do it like in a little slideshow or whatever. So okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's not. Okay, so then Enrique Iglesias, celebrity parents have twins, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Elon. Elon had twins. Or Hefner and Scarlett Hefner. Are they related? Oh yeah, Hugh Hefner's son. That's interesting, right?
I think.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, well, Hugh Hefner, it's allegedly is a part of the whole MK Ultra, but also that other program Plus Ultra, which both deal with twins and multiples and the splitting of
like
personalities
I'm
internally
feeling
as
like the
opposed to
more you scroll down, the weaker the celebrities are gonna be.
maybe.
So
Let's
like,
see. Well, they have twins though, but it's still relevant because they're doing a lot of these people are doing in vitro.
because I don't know
Um,
who a lot of these people are, so I don't know how you could call them celebrities. Like,
right.
who are these people?
One Tree Hill, I don't know. Lance
I
Bass.
think
Okay, well
I
they have
think they
twins.
just call them celebrity if they were on a show, I guess.
Right, right. Well, oh, Usain Bolt. His son's name is Thunder. I can't.
Nick Cannon got
Yeah,
so many
Nick
kids. He
Cannon,
was bound to
Mariah
have some twins in there
got so
somewhere.
many. Well, yeah, no, Mariah had twins. He had twins with Mariah, and I guess he had twins with her as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, Bachelor Union. I don't know, but there's a lot of in Hollywood. Just say we can put it, like I said, people can look into it themselves. But they have a lot of twins. Like almost, it's anytime they give birth.
Like Willow
it-
Palin is a celebrity? Like seriously?
who Willow Palin? I don't know. Oh, Sarah Palin's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's celebrity if they say they are. I guess whatever. The Hills. I don't watch any of these shows, but
Yeah. A lot of these people, I just don't know who they are.
me neither. A lot of white folks. But not exclusively, because like I said,
I know Chris Stapleton because Tennessee whiskey is the jam.
Beyonce, Jay-Z. Oh,
Starting over.
George
I like
Clooney.
Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton, he gets locked in the groove. That's what he does. He
I
knows
don't
how
know
to
who that
find the
is.
groove. Huh?
I don't know who that is. Where was it? Up
You
here.
don't know Chris
Oh,
Stapleton?
oh, uh-uh.
Keep
But
going.
he looks familiar. He looks very
Yeah.
familiar. But he got a little Rick Rubin thing going on, like
You
just like a
know,
more
you don't know the song
paper.
Tennessee Whiskey? It's probably his biggest song.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's him.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But he's got like I like a lot of his stuff actually.
George
I like
Clooney.
I like stuff that's like groovy. You know what I'm saying? He'll get locked in the
Mhm.
groove. I like that. So
Have you
yeah.
you seen that meme when they gave the black people the country music? That's funny. Like you
What?
haven't seen it. Yeah, it's a meme. Like you give black people country music, and what they do with it is so funny. You know,
Right?
it's funny. So, but this one's interesting. George Clooney is interesting to me, but we'll come back to that. So he has twins. Chris
Chris
Hemsworth has
Hemsworth.
twins.
Okay, now we're
They go,
talking celebrities. Mariah
right.
Carey. There we go.
She's my
Nick
favorite
Cannon's
in the
made the list
world.
twice. That
I know
that
twice. So that means oh god, he has so many kids.
I know Julie
And I didn't know
Bowen.
that. I don't think I knew that Elon had twins, but now it sounds a little familiar as of recently. Like more news has been coming out. Okay, so now it's getting back to
I don't
oh
think
wait,
Neil Patrick
Sarah
Harris
Jessica
can count.
Parker.
Does that count?
Who?
Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes, that counts. That definitely counts. Why? Because they didn't have them together.
Well, I mean, yeah, was it like in vitro or like how did that
Well,
work?
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they get a surrogate. They get a surrogate, and that's the thing. In vitro is a big part of this. And then Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. I mean, this is okay. So, in your circle of friends or
Terry
people that you work
O'Connell.
with, how many do you know that are or have twins?
A few.
A few, right? This is like statistically, it's almost like the gender thing that's going on in Hollywood. Like statistically, that's an anomaly. Like it's not like you're gonna run into every other person has a kid that identifies as something else. That's not it.
Well, I mean, I know that I believe that that's an anomaly, but I don't know because they're calling so many different people celebrities. I don't know how to quantify that. What you're
Well, they
saying,
all work in the same business, though they do work together. So in a normal workplace, that would
right?
be a little high.
I hear you.
Angelina and Brad,
Didn't
Jennifer
but they
Lopez.
didn't. Yeah, okay.
What?
Did she have babies?
Yeah, she had twins.
Okay,
She had these two.
because we
And
mostly
one
hear
is a
about the
boy
adopted
now.
ones.
One
Oh
is a
yeah,
boy, identifies as a boy. Or no, that's this one. I forget her name, Shiloh or whatever. Yes, but she had twins. That was the last two kids that she had, Knox and Vivian, I guess. And then J-Lo and Mark Anthony. Marsha
Marsha
Cross.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah.
I know her.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. I mean, like you get as you go down, the list actually got a little better as you went down.
Right.
There was a few in there that was a little questionable, but
like I said, there are more, but these aren't going to be, all inclusive, these lists. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. Just even if you just look at, I don't know, shit, pop stars. Just J-Lo. I remember when J-Lo and Mariah, because they had their twins like around the same time period, But then we have, and who she had him with Enrico, right? So then, what's his face? Ricky Martin, whoever he had got to have his babies. Mark Anthony. That's who she had him. Whatever. So there's a lot of twins. That was my, and then okay. So, I went too far. But so in the celebrity, or the main stage, we'll call it the main stage. There's, this thing is going on, and then we have. I'm going to stop sharing for a second just so I don't overwhelm the screen, but I don't know how. What do I do? Wait.
At the top, it should say stop share. Yeah.
Done. Okay. Because I wanted to show people that, because, sometimes people tend to look like when they're young, and then, it goes away, or like, people will make themselves look like celebrities because they're, intrigued with their celebrity, basically. But, there are some people that genuinely made up too, but genuinely look identical to celebrities, which is very strange to me. Because I don't know, I consider myself unique. Maybe I look like, like I could be sisters or something with somebody, but to have an identical face, if I saw somebody with my identical face, that would trip me out. Like it would be
me too. And people say that you look like somebody. I heard somebody tell me I look like Lionel Richie once, and I was like, please, oh Lord, like stop. You just still come in contact with a lot of Black people, do you? If you think I look like Lionel.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, I don't know. It's not like it's not like peaking my radar just yet. It's not like, or setting my alarms
we haven't
off
gone
yet.
through it yet.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna keep going through it.
And right now I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Huh?
Right. Okay, so let me share my screen right here, right now. Where's this gonna be? Right here. Okay, so some of these are random people, but a lot of these are celebrities too. So I don't know why they're all together, but they are. So
like celebrity lookalikes.
Yeah, there's celebrities, but there's also just random people. So that's a random person with Angelina Jolie. I don't know. I can't tell.
Wait,
These
hold
two.
on. I don't know what you
mean.
mean.
Oh yeah, no, these are random people. Like
what is random? What do you mean by random?
That's just your average everyday citizen.
As opposed to
your normie.
No. Okay, so if
the celebrity lookalike.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Just keep going and hopefully I catch up. Okay, but these are regular people that look like celebrities, right?
Don't be confused. I can.
No, these are regular people that happen to look like celebrities, right? So this is celebrity lookalikes.
Yes.
Okay.
That share faces.
Right.
That one's a trip.
Yeah, they look very similar.
That one doesn't look. I don't know what this is, but they look a lot alike. Huh?
Yeah, I see that one.
This one, he looks just like he did when he was young. I don't know why they would put an old picture next to them. Oh, they look alike. Not totally, but they look alike though. Their eyes and stuff. Oh, now there's no pictures. Wow, that's great.
How you gonna have an article about celebrity lookalikes with no pictures?
I know that's really bad journalism. So that was a bad example. But I do have other ones right here. So, but these
So what
articles.
is your what is your thesis, so to speak? You're saying that you're
So
saying that this is all about cloning?
it's all what?
Are you saying that this is all about cloning? Like
I
what are
feel
you
like what it is, it's more like because cloning, like people look at cloning in kind of like a tunnel vision way where it's like you're put in pods and then you're cloned or whatever. I don't think that that's what they're doing. What I think that it's more like eugenics and that they have this DNA kind of on loop. And when people do go to get in vitro, it's just a lot more.
do you think they're
Um,
giving
they're go ahead.
it's like they're giving out the same DNA over and over again?
Yeah, like
So what
Marilyn, maybe this chick. You see this her? Do you see this girl on the screen or no? I don't know if
yeah,
it's
well
switched over.
I see Emma Watson still.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I thought you saw the other one.
So then you give no credibility to DNA tests either.
Oh hell no! They're
So
for
so
entertainment
so
purposes
so
only.
well, no, I believe that. I don't give credibility to them, but my question is, for example, if they were to, like you say, give out the DNA on loops and cycles, and a random family gets it, and they happen to get a DNA test, how does it come back to show that they are the parents of those children?
Oh, you mean the parental DNA? I thought you meant like the ancestry.com and stuff like that.
Well, I mean,
The
it's all sort of connected in what you're talking about, but yeah,
I don't
but
think that people, okay, if we're talking about the Plus Ultra program, which we were going to get into more, but in short, that's supposed to be an actual program that specifically recreates DNA into the mainstream, but mostly like in celebrity
well,
positions because they think that these people are great and they're destined to be great. And so whatever they do is going to come to them in
okay,
greatness.
but my question is, okay, so so some of
Yeah,
that
but
gets
no,
out.
let me finish this.
Okay,
Let me finish my answer was that those people are in the know and they're not going to get DNA tested to find out the parents. That's just not going to happen because the people acting
so
as parents
whenever
are,
they
they
hand out
know
the
them.
DNA, they keep track of those ones. They hand out the
Yeah,
DNA
they're kept
randomly,
track of.
but when they do that, they keep track of who they handed out to.
Absolutely, especially the ones that are specific, like for specific roles. From what I'm told, I don't, it just, but it starts to make sense the more we get into it. And I think that this goes back to ultimately, definitely eugenics. And we know who was a fan of the United States eugenics programs, which was the Nazis. They were huge fans. They emulated many of our practices. And creating this so-called master race, whatever it may be, people, maybe it switches up over the years, who knows, maybe now the master race is something else, a different vision. But Darwin and his cousin and like that whole eugenics squad from Sanger and all that stuff, all of that ties back into Nazis, which leads me to Dr. Mengele. And this is one of the strangest ones, and I'm going to share my screen again because I actually have this one all in one notebook. Because Dr. Mengele was the one who notoriously did all the twin experiments in Nazi
Well,
Germany. And go ahead.
yeah, because I hear Dr. Mengele did some stuff over here too. I want to say Cynthia Nixon,
Exactly.
that said that the
Mm.
whistleblower that came forward. I want to say that's her name. I could be wrong. Cynthia Nixon sounds like the chick from Sex and the City. What is her name?
Yeah. Are you talking
Um,
about Eisenhower's daughter? Oh, am I
no,
saying no? That wasn't.
no, yeah,
Sorry.
but not Laura
I have so
Eisenhower.
many of these names in my
Not Laura Eisenhower.
okay, not her. Sorry, I was
No, I want to say Dixon, or I can't remember her name right now, but yeah, she was talking very specifically about how Mengele did what he did with her specifically, and that was here in the U.S. after
oh,
they
is it one? Was it in Canada?
no
Do you
here in the
remember?
U.S. after they brought them over Operation Paperclip,
Mm,
they brought Mengele over here to
yeah.
continue. So a lot of that MK Ultra stuff is Mengele inspired, and Mengele he was involved in a lot of that.
He absolutely was. He was, and what's interesting is that here, bringing it up because I don't want to misquote it. But what's interesting is that the place where in Canada, where a lot of the MK Ultra stuff took place, was called Lincoln Park. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's called Lincoln Park, which is why, you know, the Mengele, there's a connection that I wanted to look at, that that's Mengele
No.
and John Podesta, Hillary's guy. And I'm sharing my screen. Hold on. And that is here. Oops, here. Okay, so so Lincoln Park, you know, this because it ties back into, like I said, the abuse of children, especially in celebrity and Hollywood circles, which this is, I haven't researched it, but I'm told the reason why it doesn't actually, under this program, they fall under different law. So they're not protected under the same laws that we're protected under, supposedly. Like I said, I haven't looked into it more. But okay, so this is Mr. Green, who was studied by Dr. Kinsey. Dr. Kinsey is basically who our school systems have based their entire sexual education teachings on. And so I don't know if it goes into the gender stuff, but it's definitely, actually did experiments on children. He had a subject named Mr. Green, and that's like it's not his real name. What am I thinking? It's not, yeah, it's not his real name, but he did 15, it says he raped hundreds of children. And so he'd write them in a notebook and he'd give them to Dr. Kinsey, who would then record it into records saying that, yeah, kids, they feel pleasure at this, or they, you know, they are okay from, you know, adult infant relationships, stuff like that. They just can't express themselves. This is how they show it. So he was a huge proponent of, you know, children and adults being in sexual relationships. And we to this day have the Kinsey Institute still. Money goes from the government to them. He did a lot of questionable, but horrible experiments where he would call, like he'd keep record on a father who was molesting his daughter to get their reactions. Like they were paid to record in a notebook with the daughter, you know, how she reacted while being molested. Just horrible stuff. In no way, shape, form, or fashion, in my opinion, should we be teaching anything that this guy has to say about, you know, sexual anything, children, nothing. He should go away. He should not be taught in schools, etc. So supposedly this is an image of, did you want to?
No, I had seen this at the top before, how the Lincoln Park logo was sort of looked like an anti-pedophilia logo, and how the Chester Bennington, Mike Podesta connections. I'm up on that, but I have not heard about what you're talking about so far. So I got nothing.
Right. So Kinsey, so
right now I'm just listening.
Yeah. So Kinsey, well, I'm connecting it. I could be wrong, but other people have. When I did my research, I was like, you know, I felt a little bit, just a little bit of comfort. Like I'm not going crazy. Like people have connected the two, because Dr. Green, who's the pedophile that Kinsey took the notebooks from, this is his picture, but that picture comes up also for Mengele, which is because the other pictures of Mengele online are completely fake. You can tell they're fake, but it's now known that they're fake. So here we have John Podesta and Chester Bennington, who, like you said, was researching child trafficking and stuff. I believe he was doing a film project or something, or a book, around the time.
He and his buddy Chris Cornell,
right before his death.
Yeah. And Chris Cornell died with the same sort of,
Chris
they both
Cornell
had similar backgrounds and circumstances. And the familiarity, how he looks so much like John Podesta's, that's crazy, right?
Crazy, but Wayne, what do you think about Dr. King? Mr. Green.
Does he look like them, do I think? No.
Yeah, you don't think so, huh?
Yeah,
the lips, the so the other one that was brought into the mix,
quite as much.
Really, I feel like they look a lot alike, but because like where the eyebrow, the distance between the eyebrow and the eyes, The lips, even the expression a lot. Between these two, the expression is, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, like, I don't
Um,
know. Yeah, I mean, I could see it, but I wouldn't guess it personally. I wouldn't guess it just because here on the bottom, you see how like this his frown lines go up his nose, and on the top
mhm,
one, like his frown lines seem to like kind of go into his nose. I don't know. They just look, I
right.
don't know, hairlines. Like the two, like Bennington and Podesta, like to me, that's like,
They
I
share.
don't know, we talking clones or kids or whatever. Like that's incredible.
I think it
But when
is
I
something that, I
yeah,
mean, but
but
we do know that she had Bennington's mother had an affair with,
yeah.
right.
So yeah,
So
that's
that's
like,
probably,
I could look at those and I could see it flat out. But when I put the guy on top, if I maybe a different picture would show it better, you know. I don't know.
right. And there aren't many pictures of him. But what's strange is that that picture comes up for the real Joseph Mengele as well.
Wow.
So because other pictures are fake. So then when you think about it like that, and he worked at Lincoln Park. That was an MK Ultra. I have that somewhere. I can't. I'd have to reshare my screen. And they did a lot of experiments there. So it's like, and it's spelled differently. Of course, it's spelled Lincoln, like Lincoln
Right.
Park. But I don't believe in coincidences, as I said. So
Yeah, well,
there's
when you
that, and
put
then
that
there's this one.
coincidence, right? When you add that coincidence in, it makes it seem more likely.
Right.
So,
And
right.
it's strange. Like you wonder,
Can you
like, is
shrink the
he?
screen so I can see all these pictures at the same
I
time?
know. I wish. I'm trying to think. If I can, probably just have to zoom out. Let me see. Ah. So I didn't think when somebody said that, I didn't think that this is Lawrence Rockefeller,
Hmm.
who we
He
know was
looks
also.
more like them to me than the green guy
Oh,
at the top.
really? Okay. See, I didn't see it at first until I saw this older picture of Podesta, which I'll zoom in. This one. Where did it go? These two, like this one and this one, I find that they look a lot more like a lot alike. Weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And then I brought him into the mix. Nobody's mentioned him, but Wiener, just because of who, his background and all that stuff. This is the Podesta. Okay. So Wiener, I'm not sure if I have other pictures of him, but they look, here. It could be the same birth set, I'm using that term to say that if they are looping DNA and placing these people in political positions, celebrity positions, et cetera, then it would make sense.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, like these two right here, they definitely favor, like, one has hair, one doesn't. So you see Podesta with hair, it's a different thing. And Podesta looks nothing like his brother. Nothing. Like they don't even look like they would be related at all. Podesta looks like kind of like the other celebrity twin, the Vin Diesel, where he looks
Hmm.
completely white and just nothing. And Podesta looks like he has that olive tone, kind of like Wiener. Okay. Well, that was all I had there. I mean, we can talk about it more, or I'd like to get your thoughts on it because, you know,
My thoughts are like right now it's interesting. I'd have to see what you gotta like
did I
what
stop
you'd have to
sharing?
do. What'd you say? Oh, what you
I
have to
wanted to
do, I
make sure I
think,
stopped sharing.
is get like a definitive list together that we don't got to
Hmm.
go through the magazine for, so that like, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you'll know if your list is like 25, then you'd be like, maybe I thought it was more than it was. But if your list is like 75, you'll be like, oh, look at this.
Right. I see. I used to have that, but somehow it disappeared, or I'm just not able to locate it right now. But yeah, because it's
Yeah.
a lot more. And plus that when you put them side by side with the celebrities who are celebrities actually, and they look so alike. Like it's like very, like I don't have that many friends that look alike. It's kind of like
Yeah.
looking at the Clinton kill list. It's like I've
Yeah,
never
but
had that many people in my life die.
well, see, now that's different with when you talk about people that you know, because your circle is so much smaller than the world, and they can look all over the world for
Mm,
doppelgangers, but your circle is just your circle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but celebrities that work together, that I mean, that are in the same business, like there's not that many. There's less celebrities than there are normal people. So why are so many of them look exactly the same?
It's questionable.
And they're different age differences too. It's like there'll be a young one and then an old one, and they look
I'm
identical.
gonna cut you off in the middle of a sentence.
I know.
Please.
Oh, blah blah blah.